It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. This could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. He dumps it off for Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On play action, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's taken down right away, but not before he crosses the 50 and gets to the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. That one taken in by Corley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Back to the ground with Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd down and 6. Here's Rodgers. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because, you know.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now in 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the 2nd half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams, 62 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And just like that, it's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On play action. Now Rodgers. This completes a Corley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson. Oh, an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will have solid field.